All right, welcome. We're about to jump into a real, hands-on playbook for any MEP engineer who's just starting a new project, especially in the GCC. Think of this as your guide to mastering cost control right from day one. So, picture this. You've just been handed the file for a brand new project. Your mind is probably racing with technical specs and drawings, but your real mission, the one that will truly define your success, is to actively control the cost. And this isn't about passively tracking numbers. No, it's about making smart decisions that protect the bottom line. So, are you ready? We're going to build your professional workflow from the ground up, step by step. It'll be just like having a senior engineer walking you through it on your first day. This is the exact system you need to turn potential chaos into total control. Okay, phase 1. Your first week is absolutely crucial. This is where you lay the entire foundation for the project. Trust me, the work you put in here means you'll spend the next few months actually controlling the outcome, not just reacting to fires. First things first, let's get organized. Before you even think about looking at an invoice, you need to build your digital workspace. We're talking about a logical folder structure, all your key registers for tracking things like purchase orders and variations, and this is a big one, linking your cost codes to the project's cost breakdown structure. This isn't just busy work. You're building the engine for your entire cost control system. All right, next type is the cost baseline. And honestly, this might be the most important document you create. You're going to take that total MEP budget and slice it up line by line for every single system. HVAC, plumbing, electrical, the works. This document becomes your roadmap. It's the yardstick you'll use to measure every single cost from here on out. Simple, right? You can't control what you don't measure. Okay, have a look at this. This is where you become a bit of a detective. You're taking the quantities from the bill of quantities, the Jadwal Kmiyats, and you're comparing them to what's actually on the engineering drawings. And what do we see? Hey, a potential saving on ductwork. But we've also got a risk with the chilled water pipe. Finding this in week 1 instead of month 6, that's the whole game. That's proactive control. So your foundation is solid. Now we move into the weekly rhythm of the project. Phase 2 is all about monitoring what's happening and taking action fast. The pace definitely picks up here. Every single purchase order that goes out the door has to be checked against your baseline, no exceptions. So look here, we managed to save 15,000 reals on the chiller. That's a great win. But the air handling unit came in 10,000 over budget. Your job is to track every single one of these little variances. They might seem small on their own, but believe me, they add up and tell the real financial story of your project. Now, when you're looking at subcontractor bids, you have to remember, the cheapest price isn't always the best deal. You need a true apples-to-apples comparison. See this? Subcontractor A looks cheaper per square meter, right? But wait, they've excluded insulation. That's a hidden cost that's going to come back to bite you. You've got to dig into the scope and exclusions every single time. This little chart, it's like a health check for your project in a single glance. It's a simple take on earned value management. The blue bar shows what you plan to spend. The green is the value of work you've actually completed. And the red, that's what you've spent. In this case, we've spent more than the value of the work we've done. This chart is your early warning system. It tells you when you need to ask some tough questions. And that brings us to phase 3. By week 4, your role starts to shift. You're not just a data tracker anymore. You're becoming a strategic advisor, using all that data to forecast the future and help management make smarter decisions. Listen, this is so important. Uncontrolled change orders, or amar taghyir, are the #1 killer of project budgets, period. Your job is to catch every single change, log it in a register, price it immediately using the contract rates, and then track its approval status like a hawk. This is how you turn chaos into a controlled, documented process. With all the data you've been gathering, you can now build a cash flow forecast. This is huge. You're telling management exactly how much money the project is going to need and when. You see the shift? You're moving the conversation from what did we spend last month to what are we going to spend next month. That's incredibly valuable for financial planning. And finally, all of your hard work comes together in the monthly report. This is your moment. It's not just a dump of spreadsheets, it's a story that tells management exactly where the project stands against the budget, what the biggest risks are, and what your plan is to keep everything on track. This report is how you show your value and influence the big decisions. So let's just pause and take a breath. After just 1 month of using this system, what have you really accomplished? Well, you've gone from being reactive, just trying to keep up, to being in command of the project's financial destiny. That's a huge shift. And this is the result. This is what it's all about. By finding those savings, by controlling changes, by managing procurement smartly, you're not just hoping to meet the budget. You're forecasting a positive outcome. This number right here, the variance at completion, that's the real, tangible value you've added to this project. That's the power of proactive control.
So there you have it. You've got the framework, the step-by-step process to take complete control right from day one. This system gives you the power to see what's coming and to make a real measurable impact. So there's really only one question left. What are you going to control first?